Hey guys, my name is Ultra High Speed, and welcome back to another episode of Better Than Adventure. I believe this is episode 5 of the game. Don't quote me, but I believe we were on episode 5 last I checked. So to kind of recap, I believe the recap, so this recording is on January 24th, 2024, aka my birthday. So happy birthday to me. And yeah, onwards to bigger and better things. So, if this is episode 5, we are on day 13. And we're going to be covering days 13 through 15. I am going to be skipping the nights tonight because I'm on a bit of a timetable. Let's see, yeah, that should be good for now. I like the whole season system. I like it. It adds a nice little feel to the game. Really. I'm really worried about this sapling right here because it's been growing since forever. Like, that was a whole different tree when that was planted. Anyways, back to business, which was terraforming the landscape. What the fuck? Oh! Nostalgic lore attained. I fell in a hole. You don't realize how fast resources... You don't realize how fast resources dwindle till they start to. It's wild. Very wild. This might require some heavier artillery, supposedly. Actually, I'm kind of thinking... Wait, what? I need to figure out how to get seeds in this. Okay, you can craft bone meal. What about seeds? How do you get seeds in the game? Do you have to kill something? Do these like happen to provide seeds or something? Nothing. So if I go to search, what do I go look up? Right, so you can't get wheat. How do you get wheat seeds? Because I can't. I've been breaking this all the time. I gotta look this up. Hang on, I'm gonna metagame it again to get wheat seeds and better than adventure. Let me craft a hoe. It's not gonna be a good one. It's just gonna be a hoe. Can I use like the mossy one? No. That'd be funny if I could though. Ha! Perfect. Then, let me craft a bucket. I believe mechanics are still similar. I don't know what the logistics of the water physics and better than adventure are. Okay, that seems promising. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little farm right here. Oh, what are the odds? And then we're going to take this. Oh, it's instant. Perfect. I can take what remains. Oop, oop, bop. Damn. There we go. Now we have wheat. Let there be wheat. You can craft bread. Wait. Can we use this to... Okay, it doesn't work on them. Does it work on cows? We're about to find out how the game compares to the modern versions, to the official versions. Do you like wheat? No? Okay. Fascinating. You'd think there'd be some form of animal farming. I wonder if there still is. I'll have to look that up. That's just kind of my catchphrase for this series. I'll have to look that up. And I mean, by all accounts, it's kind of true. I do have to look that up. Finally! It grew! I like that. I like the zoom feature. It's fun. Bum. Ba-da-dum. ba 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 da 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 na na. You want to see the new Minecraft server? I want to show you guys something. Well, I plan on bringing back the server stuff. I don't know if by the time of this recording it will be up, but I've been planning on bringing it back for a while now. And how am I going to do it? Let me fix this real quick. 3 words. Raspberry Pi cluster. What you see before you are 5 Raspberry Pi 4 Model B 4 gigabytes of RAM. And joining it will be, and I'm not lying, a Raspberry Pi 400 with also 4 gigabytes of RAM, and eventually a Raspberry Pi 5. I don't know the RAM size of that though yet. That would be determined this Friday, because that's my birthday present. So I'm excited to use that to set up a new server. Now, I'm trying to learn Kubernetes and all that to build a cluster, like an actual real cluster server. Fancy tech words that I don't know how to explain. But the issue is the server software I'm going to use, because there's many of options aplenty. But there are two right now there are 2 top contenders for the server I use. Option A, Multipaper. And it's Multipaper is a fork of the Purper server software that's designed as more of a multi-server. It's more of a multi-server, multiple servers, one world type thing. So reverse multiverse plugin. Essentially, like, it's one world. You can have multiple. It has multiple different servers, but they're all connected to the host, which is its own server, and the host server actually has all the world data and all that data, and it just kind of shares it between the different server nodes, the different server worker whatevers. And it's great for like a more if you have multiple computers. Since most Minecraft servers are typically standard single thread servers, that's kind of how most Minecraft servers are, except the option B, which I'll go over. Stuff from option B's category, which I'll go over here in a minute, but it's for single-threaded computer. Since most Minecraft servers are single-threaded servers, if you had multiple computers and you wanted to run a Minecraft server, you could have each of them running their own individual servers while connected to a master server running all the world stuff, which is a mouthful, I know. But yeah, where was I? And then option B is kind of comes from the Folia branch. Now the Folia is a fork of Paper developed by the people who are making the Paper Minecraft servers that are supposed to be multi-threaded, meaning essentially. So with a normal Minecraft server, you have one task being run on one thread. Like, all the tasks are being run through one thread, so it's kind of one after another. With multi-threading, you can kind of have multiple tasks happening simultaneously. Like, multiple tasks happening simultaneously. Like, which, depending on how many threads you have running, could make it multiple times faster, much faster to run. Now, there's a specific fork of Folia I'm interested in that utilizes a server-side replay mod that actually captures a whitelist of players' movements into replay mod format, and you can take it a step further with the voice chat mod and record their voices as well, which is really eerie. I kind of like it. The issue is the Folia is recommended you run a minimum of have a server with a minimum of 16 cores running, and one of these things has about 4 cores. Even their older models, the Pi 3s, which I might have a couple of those joining the cluster, those have like 4 cores. They're all 4 core servers, and I'm like, okay. And now cores and threads, yada yada. What's the difference? Your cores kind of sort of contribute to the threads. to the threads. So more cores you have, the likelihood more threads you'll be able to have. Now, what I'm curious in is if I could create a cluster, a Minecraft server cluster, utilizing, and then utilize a Folia thing that utilizes all the data, the RAM, the node, the CPUs, and all that from all all the pies that will be used to build it, and all the RAM, all the CPUs, all the threads, all the cores. It's all that. Being able to run like one server with a ton of different things, and that's kind of what I'm going for. That's what I'm aiming at. And now you know my plans. That is a lot of resources. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process behind everything. Or that's not really a thought process. That's kind of what I have going on, what I'm trying to consider right now. Folia fork with the server-side replay recorder, or there goes my brain. Or multi-paper. No, multi-paper is the way to go. Like, no, multi-paper is kind of in the running, and I'm really, and that's mostly because there's so much stuff about Kubernetes and clustering that I don't understand, and it would be easier to just set up a cluster that I could have running multiple instances of multi-paper on, and that's kind of what I'm gunning for at the moment. But I think what I might end up doing now, what would really seal the deal for me is if multi-paper, what was I saying? I was about to say something. If there is a plugin alternative to the Folia server-side recorder, because I kind of want to use the server-side recorder to capture other players' gameplays. As a measure against cheating, because I've had so many I've had a case before in one of the old server iterations, where someone was using X-ray and all that. Was using X-ray, and in order to prevent that, and in order to see if someone's cheating, I could set up a server. I'm like really just blanking right now. Like, I could set up, like, use the replay mod to have them be surveyed, and if someone's being accused of cheating, or if I suspect someone is cheating, I could literally just pull up the footage when I want. Or, alternatively, and this is kind of my real reason for wanting to have something like that on the server, I could take their gameplay perspectives, or what they do, and kind of use that replay mod footage along with like maybe a shader pack or something to create some cool cinematic shots for like a trailer or a retelling of whatever lore we end up writing, if we ever do it, or if like we wanted to kind of recap certain events that happened on the server. I could literally take the footage and audio that is being recorded on them and use it. Kind of simple as that. No, that's mostly it's mostly because like my friends, I've tried getting them to record before and they didn't, and it's completely fine. I have a tendency of wanting them to do it, so I'm not feeling left out, and that's a whole other can of worms. But it's not a problem. But if I could turn them into content, if I could create a server where where I could turn their gameplay and all that into stuff, like if they're playing Minecraft and I could turn all their content with their permission, of course, into like an entire series. I could have like sub channels that have more cinematic gameplay or moments these guys had just replayed, or those are and again, all I'm saying is hypotheticals. mostly I could take the shots. If like something big happens on the server, like war broke out for the upteenth time, the Idiocracy War is in full swing once again, or we decided to do a lore arc. There's some lore building up. People are starting. We've been writing all this lore, adding all this stuff, and now we're gonna kind of have that pay off. We could write in. We could have the people do their parts, the parts they want to do. They don't even have to. We don't even have to meet up. They could do it asynchronously, and it would, if they're on the whitelist, and since they would be on a whitelist of who to record and who not, and if they're using the voice stuff, we could capture all the moments we needed and kind of string it together with like a shader pack, or someone running a high quality shader pack, and bam, you have your you have like a SMP movie. You have a Minecraft SMP film going on. We could cover so much on the server that I wouldn't be able to cover by myself. You'd be able to see, kind of explore more perspectives in a more story-like format, and then instead of just a guy in front of a camera streaming all the time. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Also, so I could record on my Switch Lite. Like, I get bored one day, I would record. I just hop on my Switch Lite, go join the Discord with the voice thing, and then have the replay mod play my every game, record my every capture movement, and then I just turn that into like just footage. I would have to learn a lot more replay mod, or see if I could get someone else to. I'll get myself to do it. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. But yeah, I got all the gameplay in mind. 10 days. Or, of course, we got a little more plans as well. We got plans for all the server lore you could possibly imagine. And I really need to get in like the modding or data pack. I might learn modding. I might learn a few things. I need to learn a few things if I want to, because there's a lot of lore we've been kind of coming up with for these servers, and because the servers fell flat within the span of months, I want to kind of take that lore and turn it into Minecraft mods, or data packs, or add-ons, or a server that players can join that's modded, but uses stuff like Polymer and Geyser to allow vanilla and Bedrock players to join. If you don't know what either of those are, Polymer is a thing for creating server-side modded content on the server side, creating modded content that allows vanilla clients, while allowing vanilla clients to still join. And Geyser is a thing. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Geyser more than you've heard of Polymer, but Geyser is the mod / plugin that allows Bedrock players to join Java servers. And that's kind of where, if you've seen any of my videos, the Amalgam idea started. That's where Amalgam, my server, started. I'm still thinking of a rename. I'm still trying to find a new name for it, but I don't know what to rename it. But yeah, that's kind of everything going on in this noggin. A lot of planning, a lot of work. And of course, I kind of got some ideas I want to do with this channel as well. I'm now realizing This video actually should be a better quality than the last few episodes, because I realized why like my videos were outputting at a 480p. It's because I had literally set them to 480p. But the quality should be much better this time around. But yeah, a few more projects ready to be developed at a moment's notice. I need to start checking my text more, because like I'll text a person, not realize they texted back, not look at my phone for like a good while, and then I'll realize, oh crap, they had texted me back not long after I last texted them, and I feel really awkward about that, because that has happened so many times lately. Like I'll leave my phone open, not look at it, turn it off, not see a notification, like, oh, I guess they haven't texted back or they're doing something, and it's a whole host of things, and I feel bad. I really do feel bad about that. Yeah. God, I'm gonna be honest. Why I stream, or record, or do all this, and okay. A small part of it is about trying to become a content creator, but it's honestly just therapeutic for me. There are like a few things in my life that like have just that I just enjoy doing for the heck of it. And this is one of it. I could sit down, play video games, talk to myself, sound like a madman, and it'd be completely fine. Upload it, see how it does. I like experimenting with the analytics, seeing how much I could get with what. I mean, this plan I'm doing now is this better than an adventure? Another experiment. Creating a lot of content to release in a weekly format. Creating a longer series that I can release in a weekly format than as opposed to creating a longer series I could release in a daily format. And that's kind of the experiment. How much more, like, because I got like some decent views with the weekly format, the daily thing I did with the shader survival, but it didn't get big till the end when it blew up with like 300 something views. I still don't know how that happened, but it did. I think the nether's a thing. I'll have to check that out later. And that's just it's a whole like host of things. Like I don't know how to break it down. Like when I did Amalgam last year, I did all sorts of different side series things that I could have take place, just kind of expand the world of Amalgam in my perspective as much as I could, because I was trying to show it off as much as I could about the server myself, knowing that some of my friends weren't going to be able to show off their stuff as much. And it still ultimately failed. The original Amalgam, I was really the only one uploading stuff, so it didn't stick right. Anyways, that's gonna end this therapeutic rant slash episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will see you guys next episode. Goodbye.